Hi, Gemini. Happy birthday. Ay, Gemini. Another year older, huh? We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here. And we're going to pull a spirit message for you all from this deck here. We are having a little space theme here for our air sign Geminis. We're in Gemini season. Let's see what's coming up in the week ahead. We're coming out of that new moon in Gemini. Some of you may be really pumped, really amped, right? This is a good time for manifesting, creating new things. There may have been some intense conversations that came up, and they may still be coming up for a while. But the beauty about Gemini is, you know, you guys are natural communicators. So we're going to see what's coming up the week ahead for our lovely Gemini friends. All right, my dears. So your first card here is we have Four of Cups. Okay. So Four of Cups could be that some of you are coming into this week not completely and totally satisfied with what you've been offered. You know, we talked about the new moon in Gemini that's occurring actually the day before I'm recording this. But this week is for the 25th through the 31st. So this reading is covering the period after the new moon. But some of you might be coming into this week where there have been conversations, or you may have confronted somebody about your feelings or a situation, whether you requested a raise or whether you talked to somebody, your love interest, about where the relationship is going, or a family member about an issue. Now, you might not be happy with where things are at. And for whatever reason, Gemini, I'm getting a strong sense of family around this card. Okay, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for every single one of you, or it may have come up with a different dynamic. But I do feel for many of you, you're unhappy about a family situation or a situation involving siblings. And I feel like a lot of you Geminis are beginning to see how this situation has been creating blocks in your life. And there's this feeling of where maybe a conversation was had, or an agreement had been come to, but then you're having, like, you're thinking about it again, you're giving it a second thought, and you're like, wait a minute, on second thought, no, that's not okay. That's not okay at all. So I feel like you're going back to, like, kind of, I'm hearing the word rehash. You're the one that's wanting to this week rehash something and be like, hey, I know we talked about this and I know we kind of came to an agreement, but I've been thinking about it and it just seems really unfair to me. Okay, and I feel for the majority of you, it is something about a family situation or a sibling situation, although, you know, they are general readings. So maybe for some of you, it's something at work or something in your love life. I feel like you agreed to something and then you had like the second thought where you're like, this isn't fair. Overall, Gemini, I feel like what's happening is you guys are going to be manifesting what you've been wanting. You're going to be calling it in. But first, there's this shift where you're having like this, wait a moment, like wait a second here. Why am I accepting this when this isn't what I want? You're waking up to the reality of something. And I know when Four of Cups comes up, a lot of people think it's like a negative thing. Like, oh, you're not being satisfied with something, or oh, you're being negative, or oh, you're having tunnel vision. And that can be true in some cases, depending on which cards come up with it. But for you guys, Gemini, I feel it's like this waking up of like where you're drawing a hard line. And you're like, no, this is unacceptable, right? Like, this is unacceptable. And it's a process that's allowing you to ascend. It's allowing you to come into what I sometimes refer to as a healthy entitlement. Like a healthy sense of entitlement. Your next card here is Two of Wands, and this is decisions, contracts, choices, partnerships, right? And I'm actually glad that Four of Wands came. I'm not Four of Wands, I'm sorry. I'm actually glad that Four of Cups came up before Two of Wands, because Two of Wands, although it can be partnerships and agreements and contracts, it also comes in with the message of, you need to kind of give this a really good you need to give this your full attention. You need to read the small print, the fine print, as they say. You got to read between the lines, because something is not being presented to you entirely truthfully. And I feel, Gemini, that whatever's going on in your life, whether it's trying to make peace with a family situation or working something out with finances with family members, or if it's a work situation with an employer, or even if it's a significant other, somebody you've been dating, I feel you're dealing with someone that is really putting a spin on things in a way that's going to benefit them. And they might be offering you like the bare minimum, and you're onto it. Like the little light bulb went off in your head. We know that with Four of Cups. You're like, wait a minute, something's not adding up here, or that doesn't seem like enough. And so Two of Wands is telling me that you guys are really, really examining and questioning. You're asking questions. And I feel, Gemini, this is the advice that's coming in for you guys from Spirit this week. If you feel like something's not adding up, if you feel like somebody is withholding information from you, or if you kind of get a feeling or a sense that somebody is shortchanging you, you're probably right, unfortunately. However, you're going to prevail. You're going to be able to come out of the situation on top. And the advice Spirit is giving you with this Two of Wands is question. Ask questions, right? Let the person run out of, wind in their sails. Let the person run out of excuses. Let the person run out of explanations. You don't have to get upset. You don't have to get angry. You don't have to be like, you're lying to me. I know you're not telling me the truth. That's not going to go anywhere. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I didn't quite. Can you explain that part to me again? Oh, okay. Well, here's where I'm having a hard time understanding this, because, the situation is this way. So I don't understand how what you're saying, is adding up. Just act as if you're giving the person the benefit of the doubt and you're just wanting them to explain it. They're going to eventually have to admit to you, oh, okay, all right. I do feel like they might try to play it off like, oh, I didn't realize that, or oh, I didn't think of that. But ultimately, I feel like you're going to get what you want. You just kind of have to maybe play dumb and keep asking questions and let them reveal themselves, right? I think that's going to be the quickest way to uncover what's being hidden and to really get your share out of the situation. Your next card here, Gemini, is the Three of Swords. Now, this is where there's an interesting plot twist here, right? Because the truth is being revealed. And those of you that watch my readings, you will have heard me say in the past in some of the other videos, the Three of Swords for me is like a truth being revealed. Spirit showing us when somebody hasn't been honest, or Spirit trying to help us see not to put our loyalty with certain people. They're showing us the true colors. I've also said about Three of Swords that it might sting a lot. It might hurt like crazy. But I always compare it to back when I taught preschool and my little kids would be running around the playground and one of them would fall and hurt their knee. They scream bloody murder like it's the end of the world, right? But you give them an ice pack or a Band-Aid, you give them a hug. 2 seconds later, they're running around pretending they're a T-Rex again, or pretending they're Superman or whatever again. And they've completely forgotten about falling and being hurt. It's like it never even happened. So whatever this sting is that you're going to feel, keep in mind, it's something that you're going to be able to bounce back pretty quickly. And I feel a lot of it is because what's happening, Gemini, the fact that you're even stepping up and being in this energy of saying, wait a minute, why should I accept that? Why should I lower my bar or expectation? And the fact that you're questioning the situation, I feel it's like this rapid block removal for some of you. Like you're rapidly removing a block, and there's a manifestation or a materialization happening very quickly, where all of a sudden there's going to be opportunities to choose from. And I feel in my gut that some of you have had the experience. It's happened, maybe it hasn't happened to you in a long time, but when you think back to a time in your life when you were feeling more on top of the world, or when you were like more in a place of like optimism, you may have had experiences where things just kind of flowed. Like you were annoyed with one job, you'd kind of put your resume out there, and all of a sudden you get like 3 or 4 phone calls, or you get a job offer, you'd be like, bye, I'm out of here. Bye, losers, right? You've had like these miraculous escapes in the past with new opportunities coming in. And maybe for some of you that hasn't happened in a long time, but I feel you're manifesting that this week, right? So even though it might sting, even though it might burn, that you're seeing that, wow, I really kind of trusted this person, or I've been very loyal in this situation. And even though they turned around and they owned up to this, even though they're giving me what I deserve now, it's kind of messed up that we had to go about it in this way. Right? Like now you're questioning this person or this opportunity, like, well, that's shady, right? Like I shouldn't have had to go through all that to get what I deserve. So I do feel some of you in the coming weeks are going to end up breaking up with somebody that's been shortchanging you and having a new relationship come in fairly quickly. Or if it's a work situation, some of you are manifesting a new opportunity very quickly, and you're going to be able to resign or put in a resignation. Some of you are already done. Some of you are like already resigning. You've already set something up. You've got some kind of like safety net, but it's just kind of like, how dare you? How dare you underestimate me? Or how dare you try to fool me? Even though you're getting your share now, like you're upset that you had to go through so much to get it. So I do feel like some of you Geminis are getting ready to, close a chapter in your life, and very quickly go from one chapter to the next chapter, and the next chapter is going to be an upgrade. It's going to be much better. Okay, your next card here is the Justice card. Well, holy moly, right? We just talked about this, like the standing up for yourself, fairness, balance, right? Justice, right? Like this isn't fair. Why am I putting up with this? Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. The situation could involve a Libra for some of you. And if that's the case, there may be like this arch nemesis energy with you in this Libra, where you're getting the upper hand. You're like, oh, I won in the end, buddy, right? So there's just this energy, maybe for some of you, in this case, and I'm not, if you're a Libra cross watching, please don't be upset. It might not apply for your situation. I feel this is more where there's already been an existing kind of tension, or Libra. If you are a Libra cross watching, I will say this: do yourself a favor this week and be upfront with Gemini, because if you aren't, it will be detrimental for whatever you all are going to have moving forward, right? Like Gemini is not going to be able to just brush it under the rug or sweep it under the rug and be like, oh, okay, well, I just won't think about that. No, they're going to call you out. They're going to call you out. Keep in mind, we're in Gemini season. We just had the new moon in Gemini. It's all about communication. Gemini is in their power right now. You guys are in your power, and you guys aren't afraid to speak up right now. So if somebody is doing something unfair or unjust or not respecting your rights, justice here is you're wanting justice. You're going to be standing up. You're going to be speaking up. You're going to be like, wait a minute, that's not cool, right? And this is a major arcana card. So Gemini, you guys are coming into a new chapter, a new period in your life where you're going to be a lot more confident. You're going to be in control of your emotions. You're going to be very clear about your thinking. You know, as we're coming into the planetary shifts that are happening and going on, you're really stepping into like this, you know, don't mess with me kind of energy. And I think the most exciting part of it for you, Gemini, is going to be that some of you in the past, you felt regret. Like, you've had situations in which people have learned not to mess with you, but you have regret in that, but I really lost my cool. Like, I really let them have it, or I really went off and now I feel embarrassed about that. Or I came off seeming really dramatic or like a diva or something, right? And a part of you kind of feels bad for losing your cool or for letting somebody get to you that much. And this time around, you're coming into an energy where people are going to know not to mess with you right away, but you're doing it in a very like self-controlled, confident, intelligent, articulate kind of way, right? Where you're not losing your cool, right? It's just, they're just know up right up front, you're not the one to try, right? So very powerful energy that you're coming into, Gemini. We're going to go ahead and pull your spirit message here, your affirmation for the week. And as always, I encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. If you want to click on the Calendly link, you can schedule a private reading with me there. So, my dears, my dears, my dears, it is my eyes will see what I desire. Ooh, this is like one of my favorite affirmations in this deck. It is so beautiful, right? So what powerful words. And it's so fitting for the power that you guys are coming into this week, right? Like this week, you're like, I'm not messing around. I know what I deserve. I'm not gonna settle for less. And so what a powerful affirmation. My eyes will see what I desire. Like, I'm gonna see it come into existence. I'm gonna see it come into fruition, right? What I desire in my heart, I'm gonna see it come to me. So what powerful words. You might want to say this every morning when you wake up, the first thing when you wake up, the last thing at night before you go to bed. This is a really great way to make this an automatic thought. Okay. However resonates with you. You know, it could be a mantra throughout the day. But I would recommend, if you are and if you're comfortable doing so, to practice saying this out loud, because when you're speaking it out loud, you're speaking it into power, you're speaking it into creation. Okay. So just a thought, my darlings. Again, and if you've noticed, these cards do have like the astrology and things listed here, but you know, you're more than welcome to look those up. I am not an astrologer. A lot of you are asking me astrology questions, but you can definitely check out the folks at Truly Divine. They gave me a reading that really impressed me, and they're still offering you guys the unlimited 30% off if you want to go and get a natal chart analysis and figure out how all these retrogrades are going to be affecting you. Or if you have questions about, you know, your forecast for the year based on your astrology, go ahead and check them out and take advantage of the 30% off. They're already very reasonable prices with the Angel 30 discount code. I will say, my darlings, that if you want to check out the channeled angel messages, the channeled angel messages for me were very potent. Those are linked in the description. If you're looking for more of love reading or romantic reading, the love readings for me are also linked in the description of the video. The channeled angel messages and the love messages for June, I'm going to try to get up early. So hopefully this weekend they'll be coming up. You can subscribe and hit notification if you haven't already to receive notices when those get put up. And don't forget the giveaway, guys. I'm going to pick the winner at the end of this coming week from the Instagram and Facebook likes and comments. One winner will get a 30-minute free reading from me. One winner will win the deck that I used in the May Love readings, a brand new copy of it that nobody's ever used. And I'm having a special event on Instagram Live where I will be answering questions, one question, or doing a general card pull if you guys are able to. I'm trying to do a fundraiser for a friend of mine who's a wonderful, loving, amazing person who's a single mother, and she's in danger of losing her salon because of the stay-at-home situation and, you know, the salons being closed. So that's going to be on Instagram Live. It's going to be for every $5 donation, there will be a general card. I'll pull a card for you. And for a $10 donation, I will answer one question. And it's going to be for 2 hours from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, May 27th. Okay, so be sure to check that out for those of you that are interested, that are able to contribute. I know it's tough times for everybody, guys, and I am praying for everybody. And I know that there's people, a lot of people, like, they don't have the $5 or they don't have the $10. I understand that. But if you do, 100% of it is going to Vibe Salon in New Mexico. You know, I'm not collecting it for me. I'm trying to help this lovely person, you know, hold on to, you know, what they've worked so hard for. So that is going to be on Instagram as well. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'm wishing you all a lovely week and a very happy birthday. Take care.